Hi, this is David, and in this video I'm going to show you some new features in the LPAS display panel with Omni version 5.2.1. The first is the ability to require a PIN code when handling an alert. So if I trigger an alert now, the display panel will show the alert on the log, but if I try to go in to handle that alert, it will prompt me for a PIN code. And if I enter in a PIN code that is not valid, it will beep. But if I enter in a PIN code of any of the valid users, then it will open up the alert for handling. I can then take the actions. And if that user is privileged to close an alert, he can then close it. The record for that alert in the history would then be listed as closed by that user. In other words, the user that associated with that PIN code. Another feature, again, also with the PIN code is if I open up the badge list, similarly, I can enter in the PIN code. And again, this list will be based on the filter that user is privileged to see. Okay, so also notice that we've lost some of these labels that was taking up space. While I'm here, let me show you, go back into the badge list. And you can see here a nice battery icon that we've added so that you can clearly see which tags have low battery, and you can handle that and then go replace those batteries using the display panel. We have the same thing in the Omni Go. By the way, the Omni Go and the LPAS display panel basically look and feel the same. Well, only one you carry in your pocket and the other one you put on the wall. Next thing I want to show you is, let's get an alert. And enter the PIN code. And I can now have maps on the LPAS display panel, right? So you can use multi-finger gestures on the touch screen, zoom in, zoom out. You can navigate throughout the map with the maps, right? With your fingers. And yeah, just like you have in the web client and now on the Omni Go as well. So we now support maps for alerts. Again, the blue frame indicates the location of the alarm, and the red will indicate the location of the tag. So if the tag is on the move, you see the location of where the alert occurred and where the carrier of that tag currently is located. In summary, we saw the use of PIN codes, we saw the maps and the battery icon, and the slightly different look of the badge list. I'm going to show you now how we set some of these properties up for the display panel. First of all, in the display panel configuration screens, which you can get to either via the actual touchscreen or via browser from the network, you have to turn on the PIN code for event handling. Check that off. This local PIN code, that is the PIN code that's used to handle local alarms, i.e., those alarms that come to the display panel directly from an ELC and not from Omni. Those have a EDP-specific PIN code, which you could set. But when you're handling alerts from Omni, then you would use the user-specific PIN code. Now, how would you set that PIN code? So here's the web client for Omni, and in the Access Manager, the first thing we want to do is go and edit the user and show how in the user I have the access PIN code, retype access PIN code. This is the PIN code that you will use, and it must be unique for each user. So if you try to enter a PIN code which is already in use, it will not accept that. So that's setting, and then I would apply those changes. The next thing is, how do I now set up what are the privileges of the user and what he's authorized to do within the alert? Is he allowed to close it? Is he allowed to acknowledge it? Is he allowed to see the badges? So For that, we go to Application, and we're looking for the Alerts view. And here we have whether he can enter in a comment, whether he can escalate that that's in the Omni Go, whether he can acknowledge the alert. All these things are now user specific. If he can close a single event, all these then, and you would apply that either to a profile or to specific users. So that's it for now. Thank you very much. Have a great day.